What's up, Unranked Podcast? It's the 315th episode of the show. It's our 6th year of podcasting. It's our 6th-year birthday, and it's the 30th birthday of Tom Caswell.
We're all finally in our 30s, which makes this podcast extra sad.
Now we're just all old people.
It's wild that we were all in our 20s when this started.
Yes, it is.
That's the crazy thing, Tom.
Yes,
is that we
is.
were.
I remember we started like when I found out how young you were, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But now you're 30. I'm like, "Nah."
That's it. The tides have turned. We have everybody here today to celebrate. We, of course, myself, Christian Humes, Alex Marinello, Dan Weine, Tom Caswell.
Hey,
just hop right into it. Let's just jump right into the Pokemon, shall we?
Jump in. Do.
So the 315th Pokemon is a well-known and well-liked Pokemon. It is Roselia. It's a great grass poison type.
Great fucking Pokemon.
Great design.
We didn't have whatever last week's was for the anniversary. That would have sucked.
It's great. It's great. So what's interesting about this Pokemon is that you may know it as a 3-level Pokemon, but when it came out, this was the first level. So it actually gets the sort of pre-evolution in the next generation. So it was a 2-stage Pokemon. Now it's a 3-stage Pokemon.
Oh.
So there's a little fun fact for you, which I think partially they did because it has 2 different evolutions.
Budyu.
Budyu is 406.
Wow.
So it's one of the low ones for the next gen, but it's not in this current generation. I mean, Roserade, great Pokemon. Great Pokemon. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. But Budyu, this is like, there's a lot going on, right? It's got a red flower, it's got a blue flower. It's like it encompasses like different themes in its design. The fact that it's poison grass makes it really strong. I mean, that's a very good combination, especially because both typings have a lot of like poison damaging you over the course of the battle, and as well as grass has ways for you to gradually heal over the battle. So you can there's ways you can tank with these Pokemon when you have that typing, where you just need to keep yourself alive while they're slowly chipped away at the whole time. Very, very cool, interesting Pokemon. Alex, its name, would you happen to have any information around its name?
It may be a combination of Rose, Azalea, and Camellia.
Camellia?
What the hell's it? Yeah, I think you made something up at the end there.
Camellia Ha?
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys knew this, but Rosalia is the only Pokemon to receive both a pre-evolved form and an evolved form in the same generation outside of its debut generation.
Ooh.
Huh. Okay.
That's pretty good. I like that a lot. That's a great fact.
Well, yeah, because we're not getting Roserade next week, like I
right.
said.
Yeah, Roserade's further on.
Right.
So really bizarre.
Further on, because I'm an idiot. So
there you go.
They were like, you know what? We're gonna flesh this one out. We're gonna add some stuff to this one. So strong Pokemon, great design, great typing. People like it.
Yeah, I love it.
Stamp of approval.
I love her moveset. I love her moveset. I love her design. I love Absorb, Mega Drain, all those. It's a great move.
You would love Mega Drain.
I do. Drain me in the middle of the night, baby.
Drain me in the middle of the night. Let's see. Does it have anything interesting in its Roselia shoots sharp thorns at projectiles at any opponent that tries to steal flowers on its arms. The aroma of this Pokemon brings serenity to living things. These are always my favorite. On extremely rare occasions, Roselia is said to appear with flowers in unusual colors. The thorns on this Pokemon's head contain a vicious poison. I feel like if this Pokemon it's not in Legends Arceus, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Tons.
I'm curious to know if that comes up anywhere in the game. Like if you can come across any Roselia with different, I'm wondering what of these
like
things.
A shiny? It'll probably just be a shiny.
It could be, yeah.
I mean, it
I
is
guess that's what they
located in
mean.
very poisonous areas, like the second biome. Which, funnily enough, the reason I like joined the call and then was gone for a bit at the very beginning of this when I jumped on was because I was helping Brooke play fucking Legends Arceus. But yeah, no, Roselia all over that fucking game. Multiple Roselia, whatever.
Amelia Bedelia.
Yeah. That I think there's a side mission chain around it as well.
Great. Fantastic. Cool. Well, that's it for this week's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Tom, you had an eventful day over the weekend.
Eventful
why don't we start with
days.
that? Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah. So I've taken the week off of work, which I'm planning to kind of, as long as I'm employed, planning to do every year. So I had the week off, and I made a bunch of plans on a bunch of different days. The first being going to the absolutely bananas place that is American Dream. Talked about on this podcast. This fucking mall that's been in the works for forever in Jersey, has a roller coaster in it, all this stuff. And I went with my friend Austin. And so he texts me in the morning, and he's kind of like that guy who, he might show up on time. The earlier it is in the morning, the more unlikely it is that he's going to show up on time. So I kind of in my heart had prepared that he wasn't going to show up at 10. And when I saw that he was out the night prior on Instagram on his story, I was like, oh, he's definitely not showing up at 10. In a way where I'm like, this is just he's just like this, which is fine. So he doesn't show up, but he's very overly apologetic. He's like, I'm coming. Well, actually, so the first thing was,
I've never heard Tom talk about someone like that.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard Tom talk about someone in like he's one of these guys that's like this, and I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like that felt like something Tuna would have said about someone.
But I don't mean it in like a bad
maybe.
way. I'm just like, I think in all of your friendships and stuff.
No,
like,
of course.
There are quirks and things you put up with. And anyway, so what happened was I woke up and I hadn't even texted him. Oh no, and he called. I'm like in the bathroom and Brooke gets a call and she's like, oh yeah, I'll tell him you're on your way, like all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, he called Brooke. And I texted him and I was like, did you call Brooke? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I accidentally, he was like, he asked Siri to call Tom and Brooke, right? And it called me by thing. So I was like, oh, okay. But he was still like very apologetic. And I was like, I really appreciate it, but like, it's fine. Like, you're just going to be like an hour or so late. Like, it's totally fine. And he shows up and we go to the mall and it's a lot of fun. We go on the ice rink. My knees still hurt from that, so that's been great.
It sucks that the ski slope was closed down.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You started this whole story with like that he was going to be late. You knew he was going to be late. He was out the night before. I thought there was going to be some sort of buildup as to like.
There is. I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
Not coming. It's not. He's not giving it to us.
I'm not done yet.
This is like that. I've been captivated, but I feel like to Alex, this is like the time Michael Scott quit and he finally has a story people want to hear, and he's not just getting to the point because he knows everyone has to listen.
The point is,
you've already gotten.
Oh my God,
he's hanging out with you. So how does the timing have anything to do?
You need to wait for why it's important. Because what isn't important is that he was late. It's that he was overly apologetic, despite us both knowing that he is the kind of person to show up late. And I was in my mind, I was like,
it felt sus.
He's never been this apologetic about it. I was like, this is weird. Like maybe he just thought like it was a special day or whatever. So we're hanging out, and I promise you the thread will pick up eventually as why he was this way. But so we go to the ice rink. We couldn't go to the line to get into the theme park was obscene. So I moved the tickets actually to tomorrow morning on a weekday, and we're going to go then. So we did that. No, he actually just texted me to confirm time, and it's a Wednesday night. It's not like it was a Friday night like it was before. So anyway, we have a great time. It's a bizarre fucking mall. We have food or whatever. And he had told me prior, like he had to be back for like 4-ish because he had dinner plans with his friend from out of town who was coming in from out of town in
Convenient.
Manhattan. And so it was funny. We were at the mall and I kept like joking. I was like, you sure you want to go to dinner and stuff? He's like, I don't know. He's like, but I shouldn't cancel like all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, no worries, no worries. And then we come back, I get back around like 4:30 and I walk into the apartment and there is a green, a Power Rangers onesie hanging. It's all I can see. It's just hanging up. That's all I can see from my apartment. Because when you walk in, you're greeted by a cupboard door and you have to like take a left and then there's the apartment. So I can only see a sliver of it. And I'm looking, I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm hearing the music of the Bo Burnham song, I'm Turning 30 from Inside. If you've seen Inside or listened to that music.
I just watched it last night for the first time, which is funny.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, to an extent.
Did it hit the same as it would have hit while we were in the pandemic? Like fully, like everyone couldn't go anywhere?
Some of it did, which is why I haven't watched it, and I didn't really want to watch it at the time, but Therese really did. So I was like, fine, we can watch it. Like, I don't really want to watch stuff that takes place in that era or from I want to try and forget it as much as possible.
I feel you. So that's all I see. I hear that music and I turn and I see like a happy birthday banner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Brooke is decorated for like me and Austin, like a cute little put up decorations. And then like fucking 25 people pop out from every corner. And I was also really baked at the time and I freaked out. Like I had a little bit of I was like so overwhelmed. I was not ready for it because he kept pumping. We were driving back and he was like, yeah, take a hit of my one hitter. And he kept repacking it and stuff. I was like, hey man, like I can't keep, I'm like driving right now. Like I can't keep doing this. And yeah, so Brooke threw a surprise party. Austin did not have after dinner plans with friends.
Yeah.
And he had called Brooke because he had completely forgotten, or he had, he called Brooke to like, because they had been planning it since like January.
Yeah.
I'm sure that like Tuna and Dan, I know you got invited at one point. You got asked this months ago. Like Brooke has been planning this for fucking ever.
Where's my invite?
But Brooke was, Brooke actually, she was like, I didn't send one to Chris. And I was like, well, that makes sense. He's in California. And she's like, yeah, but like he's a part of the squad. And I was like, it'll be fine.
I told Alex when he told me about it. I was like, because I was just there the weekend before. If that wasn't the case, I honestly might have flown in for it.
And that was the other thing. I was like, if you had asked him, he might have like, if circumstances had been different. But that was why I turned to Austin. I was like, oh my God, that's why you were so apologetic, because there was like a strict timeline that had to be adhered to get me out of the house.
They picked the right guy for that.
Right. You know what's interesting? Classic.
Yeah, exactly.
This is me, obviously I was like, get to the point of the story. If I had known that this was Saturday, which I should have paid attention to the beginning of the story and would have known that, I wouldn't have had to ask you what happened to the point you were getting to, because I know the point, because I know what happened.
Because you were invited to this.
I too was invited. I just wasn't in the state, so
yeah, it's all good. Well, we had a fantastic time, and Tuna and his wife Brittany sent me a lovely bottle of gin, which actually I'm drinking from now. Monkey 47. It's very good.
I mean, Brooke will tell you, because I was like going back and forth on whether I was coming.
Yeah.
And then, because I was like, well, what's the address? And then she goes, is this an RSVP? I'm like, not yet, Brooke. And then I asked, like, what time does it start? And she goes, is this an RSVP now? And I'm like, Brooke, not yet. I don't know. and then Avery got sick, and then that kind of stopped the whole thing.
I put the whole wrinkle in that. But we had a great time, and we ended up going to Queens in the evening because I had been invited to a friend's my coworker. It was his birthday actually on Saturday, his 30th as well, and he was having a party. So my whole plan was like, oh, we'll just go to his thing Saturday night. And so I'm in the middle of my thing. I'm like, fuck, like I told, and no one else from work could make it. That was the thing. It's like I was the only person from work who was like, I will definitely
be
did
there. You feel kind of bummed that no one was able to hang out with you really for your birthday? Or
I had made no plans like that. I made no plans like that. I hadn't really thought about it. It kind of snuck up on me.
That's because Therese did this for my 30th birthday. And I got to tell you, the like few days leading up to her birthday, I was annoyed with like everyone because no one was available to hang out on my birthday. And then when John Murphy was like, yeah, maybe I'll make it out. Like, I don't know. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I was so mad. I was so mad about it. And then we got to Button Mash, this barcade where like Teresa reserved the table for everybody. I walk in and then like I was like, yeah, John said maybe he's gonna show up, like he'll come hang out at some point later. I was like, this is some fucking bullshit. I was so pissed. And then I turn around and I see everyone at the table. And I was like, oh my God. I was mad about it. She almost told me because she was like, yeah, you seemed really annoyed.
Yeah. I hadn't made any plan. I'm not really one to make like huge plans like for a party or anything.
Yeah.
And it honestly just came so quickly. And
yeah.
The funny thing is about the whole mall trip, like I thought I was the one who had like made those plans, but no, they had been incepted into my head because I hadn't made those plans. It was Brooke who was like, you and Tom should go to the mall. You should go to the roller coaster, all that stuff in the morning. It's a great excuse to get him out of the house and all this stuff. And it was just, there were so many things over like the last month because my parents were coming on Sunday because I had made plans for them to come. And all week before, Brooke was very ferociously cleaning, like constantly cleaning. And she was like, we need to take the trash out, like before the bag was like really full, like right once it crested or whatever. So we need to take the trash out for your parents. We need to take the recycling out because your parents are coming on Sunday. And I'm like, it's Thursday. What are you talking about? We're just going to brunch. Like, what is happening? And so it was funny because I was like, oh my God, you were like making sure that the place was spotless. So
yeah,
you could like
decorate. I'll tell you what, if
so
Brittany
funny.
ever started cleaning anything, I would be like,
oh shit.
This is an episode of Hard Truths right here.
Oh
my
God.
Tuna, is that because you usually don't let her clean? I feel like you just like cleaning.
Yeah, no, I am I don't trust her. I don't really trust her to clean. I told you I didn't even trust the Molly maids or whatever the hell we hired to clean this house when we moved in. Because I didn't think I was like, they're not doing a good job. They're not doing it the way I want it.
Tuna, situation. Let's say 10, right? Yeah. Are you going to be yelling at her to clean her room? Or are you going to be like, get out of here so I can clean your room? Like, which one's it going to be?
There's some things that I would want.
Because you don't trust Brittany. She's an adult.
Yeah. So I would want her to straighten up her room. I will not expect her to dust or vacuum or really do anything else. I'll just want her to put her stuff away. I don't want to see clothes or toys on the ground. Other than that, I'll clean her room. That's where it'll be. But I think what Chris was saying was not that he was planning a party, but that he was asking anybody.
No, I understand.
Because I wasn't trying to do a party. I was just like, oh, we should just like go out like to a bar or like maybe want to go see a movie. And I was just like, I'm not trying to get a crew together, but I can't find one person who's fucking available on Friday.
I feel like the key as the coordinator, you have to also make a fake plan for later. I feel like the fake plan at least makes you feel like
that's what Therese did. She was just like, well, why don't we just go to Button Mash, the barcade, which was the actual plan. But she was like, I'll make that a fake plan. She was like, and just invite them. And if they can come, they can come. And then, and I was like, yeah, well, that's fine. I was like, we'll go to Button Mash. Right. And then, so I would like what Therese did and what Brooke did for you. It takes an incredible amount of planning. And it seems really easy to fuck up. I feel like I would fuck that up.
Oh,
I feel like I would definitely fuck
100%.
it up. I would say something by accident I wasn't supposed to say, and then
it's not
the surprise would be ruined.
I've kind of told Brooke, I was like, this is not my forte. I'm not a forward planner like this where it's like months ahead.
Yeah.
But now I'm like concerned that like I've like made her like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not good at this, wink wink kind of thing. Like, don't expect one and then boom, surprise. Like, no, legitimately. I don't know how to explain it without making you think that maybe there's a possibility.
Yeah.
But who knows? It was so good, and Chris hit me up because I was taking like weird photos. Because what ended up happening was that after the party at my friend's place, he sends me a picture, and it's this bathtub with lights and stuff, and there are these lily pads with like these plastic frogs on them, and when I got to the party, I posted on my story. I was like, what is this? He's like, oh, it has like fortunes for everyone, like tied to the frogs. And he's like, yeah, our parties are known for like a bath thing. Like they'll do something in their bathtub. I was like, all right.
Wait, so how much of your party went to that party?
By the time, like 4 people. Yeah.
What time was that?
Like 11 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is that like a lot of people like lived in Brooklyn, so like people went back, and there was only a small group of us, and it was kind of the thing of like, we'll let you know like when we head over to Brooklyn, because there were like friends who weren't going to come to Brooklyn who kind of stayed, so we stayed late with them, and then when we went to Brooklyn, everyone was like, I'm wiped, like I'm not coming out.
Yeah.
But I was in that thing. It's kind of nice living here in Jersey because we can't go out all the time, or like we're not going to go to Brooklyn every weekend to see friends, or if we go out around here, it's just the 2 of us, so it's a little smaller, a little more quiet. But it means that when like it's a big night, when it's a thing, like I rally for it. And I was like, yeah, we're going to Queens. Like I'm getting us all in an Uber, and we're fucking going to Queens to see my friend. But yeah, Chris hit me up the next day, and because he saw my story, and it was just like random. It was this fucking poster board with my face on it. It was me having a coffee and a drink in the morning. It was me with the bathtub. He was like, what the fuck happened? And I explained to him, and I was like, it's one of the best, literally one of the best like days I've had maybe forever. And Chris was saying like it's one of his core memories as an adult, and I'm like 100%, like, yeah, I will never forget Saturday. So good. So yeah,
that's great. That's a great day.
Good times. Good times.
Alex, Dan, you've both been traveling a lot. I don't know if or how much you would like to talk about. Sorry. I meant to say something. I haven't done shit. So here's what's interesting about that is I got ahead of myself, so then I just changed what I was saying mid-sentence.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't think either of you have had a like good chance to play games, because Alex, you hurt your arm, and Dan's been traveling a lot. So I just want you both been traveling a lot. So I'm curious.
No, I did play a little bit.
All right, so tell us what you've been playing then.
Tendinitis is done. Well, not done, but it doesn't hurt.
I was like, I don't think that shit like ever goes.
No, it's not. It's not done, but it doesn't hurt as bad. So I started Elden Ring. I don't know why I said it like that. Elden Ring. So I'm like having like a love-hate relationship with this game, as I would assume that you would assume that I would.
What level are you right now?
What level?
Yeah, your character, you upgrade their level and stuff.
1 maybe.
Okay, you put in some good time then. I
put in about an hour each day now on my lunch break. And it's it's very hard, and I like at sometimes like I'll just like I feel like, okay,
this is why you gotta I told you hit me up and we'll do the co-op.
No,
I'll hop
in. I know, but I want to try to like do I want to do something. First of all, I'm not a big fan of how look, I'm gonna complain, and that's just what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of
this game has a 96 on OpenCritic.
Yeah, I don't think I honestly
it's all 12 million units. I think you're fair to criticize it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't like. I understand it's very good, and maybe because I don't have the perspective of the previous not installments, but the previous games that the developer has done, that I don't really appreciate Elden Ring as much as you all do. That being said, I don't think that it's really like this amazing, groundbreaking game. It's just incredibly hard, and I have to be like I have to be so precise with my button presses and movements and memorization of the like skills and moves.
What are you rolling with? What's your combat system right now?
It's just the melee, man. I don't know.
Just single arm, single sword.
Yeah, single sword and the shield. I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you started the astrologer?
No, confessor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I started as too.
So look, like when you get to the ruins, right? Like, or the gatehouse ruins, and there's a bunch of guys in the front.
Yeah.
the amount of times I died just doing that, like for me, I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, what is like?
This is a
what's the
game you're meant
point?
to sit and put like a ton of hours into.
I know, no, I get that. Like
it's
for
just hard to do.
for the first boss, right? Like I
Yeah.
haven't beaten him yet. I've gotten really close. It's gonna take me at least another hour or so to like get to a point where I feel like, okay, I had the perfect battle for my skill set.
Yeah.
That like I was able to do it. I dodged everything perfectly. I parried. I hit, great. But like that's only gonna happen once every 20 times. So I gotta
Right.
fight this 20
But
times.
that's like the rewarding part of the game.
I know,
obviously.
but it is rewarding, and I have felled other enemies. There was a guy in a cave. There was an intruder guy that I felled.
That dick on the horse.
I didn't do that guy yet. But I started I just started running around now because now I'm just like, well, the fuck this. Like I'm getting bored and frustrated trying to beat Magritte.
There is so much to see in the opening area.
Yeah, I know. I've run around.
Like I did so much before I went to the
yeah. Okay,
castle.
I'm only now going up to the gate boss because I've basically spent the majority of my time up until like recently just exploring as much as I was able to.
Yeah. So look, I don't want to sound, but I'm going to sound like this anyway.
Yeah.
Do I think it's all that in a bag of chips? No, I do not. I do not think that this game is all that in a bag of chips. It's good. It's great. I'm actually having fun while doing it, and it is rewarding when I fell enemies that are really, really hard. But at the same time, like the complete lack of story that's being presented to me, and that's easy to digest, is a problem for me.
Okay.
And I feel like what Tom said, I'm going to end up going on YouTube and looking at all this fucking shit about lore and all this other crap, which, I guess is part of it.
Yeah,
but
it's like Destiny. Go get your grimoire.
I know, but like, I think I said this. I texted Tom the other day too. First of all, because of like the non-explanation of anything, it took like, I think Chris, you said this too. It took like an hour or so for things to finally click for me.
Yeah.
Like
but
all of a sudden
after that hour, it was a big
I think
difference.
I like texted Tom and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Now I get what's going on. And I was like, we're cooking now. Because I was like finally understanding what the runes did and there's so many numbers.
All the systems and stuff.
All the systems and all this shit.
I mean, I didn't realize I could dual wield until like several hours into the games. Right. Like I didn't realize I could put the staff in my left hand so I could have the magic and the sword at the same time.
Battle mage. Yeah, that's what I'm
I mean, but okay, so here's the other thing, right? Like the jumping is garbage. The fact that there's no climbing.
I know. I agree with you on that. I said that last week. I want to climb.
It's just weird. Like, and the jumping is weird, and the way that like the animals like or the people move, like the wolf will be like facing one way and then turn 90 degrees just from like he's spinning. It's just 10 out of 10. This fucking I don't know. Come on. 10 out of 10.
Dude, it's the best game that
I think it's amazing, but I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like I'm having a good time while also being incredibly frustrated and I told Tom, I was like, this is a very humbling experience.
Well, first off, I'll get text and he's like, do you have a minute? And I'm like, my gut is like, oh my God, what's happened? He and Brittany breaking up, what's going on? And then he's
texting you
like,
first.
So and then he's like, and then he texts me. So this is a humbling experience, which was really funny. I don't know. It's interesting because like I think like, would you consider Breath of the Wild a 10 out of 10? No, and I'm not talking about like in comparison between the two, but just like a game that I feel like is like, imperfect. For me, it has its flaws.
Breath of the Wild for me is not a 10 out of 10. It was so far Breath of the Wild is more fun for me than Elden Ring. Okay. I feel like the exploration in Breath of the Wild is better in some ways than this.
I think the exploration is better.
With Elden Ring, I feel like sometimes I'll find an area and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then boom, dead. All right, well, let me go back. And then I got to go back and get my runes because I didn't spend them. So I got to go back and get them. And hopefully I don't die again.
Yeah, I definitely think like the score for this game stems from like a lot of the people reviewing it just being experienced with Souls games, like that you're not very few places put there like green. Yeah. And I think that is like, all the things you're describing, like, yeah, that's these games, like that's what they are, and like
You know what
that's
this is
the
like?
stuff you
Okay,
kind of like
I
get
will.
used
The closest I have ever come to
to.
this level of like, okay, let me give you give you an example. In Assassin's Creed, I can mash buttons and get through the fighting, you know, and do moves and whatever, and get past that stuff, and that's fine. With this game, I have to be like, I cannot just be mashing strike, mashing dodge, mashing, you know, whatever. Okay, fine.
Jedi Fallen Order is going to feel like a cakewalk.
Just mashing it.
Well, no, the closest that I ever came to that is the precision that you had to do in God of War against the Valkyries. You couldn't mash shit. You had to like, when you faced the ultimate Valkyrie in God of War, the last one, that battle was, you had to be precise.
It's like playing Guitar Hero on expert mode almost.
Pretty much, yeah. You couldn't just mash shit. So, and it is like, I guess I'm getting used to that because I feel like there hasn't been a level of difficulty in games, for me at least, that parallel this right now. So I have
too
to,
bad
like,
you didn't play Returnal last year.
Yeah, well, whatever. But now I have to like really be like, okay, calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down. You know the moves. You know what he's gonna do. You've already died 20 times. Don't die. That's basically all I'm saying. Don't die. And then the number of times I have like thrown my controller and be like, fuck this shit. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. I parried that. Fuck. Who wants to play a game this hard? I mean, it's been a very back and forth experience. But I enjoy it.
It's so funny. I can see, like, I mean, I think obviously like the fact that like you have a newborn, like obviously like throws a huge spanner in the works.
It is tough.
But I can still see, like, if you do like find the time for it, like you in a few weeks being like coming back and be like, I was so wrong. This is the best game I've ever played. I am loving every moment of it. I can't put it down. I've neglected my baby. Brit is leaving me, you know, not to that extent. But I think there's still a lot of room for you to kind of discover how you feel about it.
I agree with you, but I also think that the amount of time I'd have to put into this,
you only need to put like 50 more hours in, dude.
I know, and the problem is like, you know what the problem? The biggest problem I have with this game is that, especially for someone like me, who I literally have an hour to play and then I have to stop, is that like I feel like I'll do something for an hour and I won't get anywhere.
Go anywhere. Yeah. I mean, that was the whole reason I was telling you that Horizon might have been the better choice.
Yeah, but from what I'm seeing online about Horizon, it's very like, it's all right. So I'm good.
It's good. It's just you've played that game before.
Right.
I'm gonna play it because I was excited to play another one.
Yeah.
But not right now.
I know it, like with the games that are probably coming out this year, and honestly, I want to try Kirby in a week.
Yep.
Or however long, wherever that's coming out.
Yeah.
Because Switch games are just easier for me to play anyway.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
Just because I can play them in bed, which is a huge plus. And there's no way I can play Elden Ring in bed, even if it was available. There's no fucking way Brittany's tolerating that shit. Because I'd be pounding, I'd be like slamming my fist in the bed, being like, "What the fuck? How many times do I have to fucking face this guy?" So, anyway, yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll let you guys jump into my games. I just wanted to get the feel on my own.
I mean, I'm only playing it now when I can play for a few hours. Otherwise, I'm not playing it.
But what is that about? Like, what is that about? Like I don't know. Like we just got that cutscene in the beginning and these little tiny cutscenes here and there. But like, what is that about? Like, why not give me more of the story of like maybe some lore about the locations and?
Because it's all done through visual storytelling, and these games. The part of the reason they become so popular, part of the reason that Elden Ring had this huge push, and now it sold 12 million copies. This is the most successful game out of Japan ever, outside of a first party. So like not a Nintendo game or like a PlayStation game. Like it's the most successful third party.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tom.
It is the most most successful third party game in Japan. It is the most successful game in the world since Call of Duty. Like the only game to have beaten it in sales this quickly was Call of Duty, and I think the
I wonder if
reason why
GTA might beat that.
I know GTA 5 sales because GTA 5 the upgrade just came out, which would be hilarious.
It would be
but
really funny.
Yeah, the I think part of the reason why these games and From Software and there was all this hype for Elden Ring is because it is unlike anything else, and like the mystery behind the story and like delving into like the whole YouTube community, like me saying you got to watch the YouTube videos if you really want the lore, like that is what has made these games popular. That's why Elden Ring has been successful, and why From Software is so successful is because of how obtuse it is.
You call it obtuse.
So that's that. But I mean, I agree with you personally. I would like a little bit more story, but at the same time, like I just don't want a fucking podcast, and I just like explore the world and kind of
I think that's fair. It's just sometimes the exploration, because of how difficult this game is, gets like for someone playing an hour at a time, it can be a little for some. At the end of an hour, if I haven't done anything, I feel like crap.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in an hour, I can always make progress in basically any other game I play.
Yeah.
Except for this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dan, would you like to tell us about your death-defying flight or something you played?
Sure.
A death-defying
flight.
Well, I mean,
I
will say
the
that in the group text we are all in, but only Chris reads. No, I was on the way back from Dallas Saturday night, and we had apparently the bomb cyclone or whatever it's called in the area. And the pilot trying to fly through it almost landed twice. So we went like an inch off the ground and then way back up twice. A lot of fun shaking and dipping and all sorts of weird things you don't want to feel when you're on an airplane are happening. God. And then eventually, after 2 almost landings, we were diverted to JFK, and then we landed on a giant runway and we were fine. But we parked. We were then like they drove the plane to like some random parking lot to get us out of the way because we're not supposed to be there. And at that point, we had to wait another 2 hours for buses.
Oh my God!
So I got home around 7 a.m. Sunday.
Oh God, and
that was the turn your clocks forward day too. So
so it was only 6 a.m.
It was only really 6 a.m. No, but there were people who thought the plane was going down, and that was interesting.
That's scary. I would
say I was more mildly annoyed that we weren't just. I wanted to be home. Like that was like my main thing.
Yeah, I get it.
I didn't feel like we were gonna die.
Yeah.
I felt like it was going to take forever to get home. What?
Because they didn't land at the right airport.
Yeah, but what do you care?
Because they had to bus people back to where their cars were parked at the right airport.
Yeah, but you didn't.
And then there was nowhere to be, so they would have had people standing out in the cold for an hour and a half waiting for buses.
Yeah, but you didn't have to take the bus back to the other.
No, but they weren't just going to send me and 4 other people off the plane. They were waiting for the more important people on the plane.
Because he's flying with the crew. He's not just like on a.
I'm not on a commercial flight.
Yeah.
It's a charter flight.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, Dan. It wasn't like Dan is just like sitting on the tarmac in like a 747 with just like random people.
This was not the American Pie going down with like 14 of us on board.
Got it. Well, I thought maybe if you like, I was like, okay, so what? You landed at JFK, you get at the gate, go out the gate, get an Uber. Like that's what I was like. Who cares? But now I got it now.
Yeah, I had my driver actually was very interesting. So I have like the company is like, you get a driver that's fine to take you home. But my driver was like really impatient the whole time, and I kept trying to tell him like I have no control over getting off this plane. Like we're here, we're on the ground. I can tell you where we're gonna be eventually, but I don't think anything's happening for a while.
Yeah. It sucks. It's annoying. It does. Travel sucks. Travel blows.
That's why I don't do
it. Very quickly, Tunic came out. I know Tom was skeptical because of how many delays this game has had over the years. When I added it to my fantasy critic league, he was like, I don't know. I don't know. Turns out, Tom, this game fucking rules. I got it started. The combat is, everyone says, very Dark Souls-esque. It looks, Tom, like what I wanted Death's Doors to be.
Chris, what are you talking about?
This new game called Tunic, the one I sent you earlier and told you to play.
Tunic. When you said, I thought you said tuna, and I was like,
Tunic. Yeah, Tunic.
Tunic.
It's great. It did well in my fantasy draft. Got 86 points, so that's pretty strong. But the fact that it's on Game Pass day one, which is great. Got that loaded up. People are saying somewhere between 15 to 20 hours for the game length. I kind of wish it was a little shorter, but it sounds like the world they made is really good. And I mean,
I heard it gets hard too towards the end.
Yeah, people are saying that it's very like Souls-like mixed with Zelda, as far as, so it looks great. It plays
I saw
great.
all the menus
awesome.
are like the hand-drawn.
It looks amazing.
That's the one thing when I saw in a review the menus, and I was like, oh,
I'm gonna beat this before Elden Ring. Like, definitely.
Probably.
Like, I might just honestly like start and play through it like over the week, depending on like how long it really takes to beat it. But I'm very happy with this. I'm pumped for this game. It looks great. So didn't really put more than an hour into it because I had to get ready for today's game, which I'm ready to jump into if you guys are.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
So there's some things we're going to have to take care of and get ready for so that we can do the game. First, just a couple little details. But today, we're returning to the oft-requested side quest.
Oft
requested.
Did you hear that? It's oft requested.
You don't want
not
to
just requested.
Tom, that second syllable takes forever to say.
Oft.
You don't want to have to use it.
So we are going to be doing a side quest today. And Alex and Dan, I need both of you to roll a D6 for me so that we just have to get some things with your characters situated and set up.
Tom, where are you in Seinfeld?
Final season just started.
Yeah. As in you saw the episode or you didn't see the episode yet?
Are you part of the way through the first episode?
Like, did you watch the first episode of season 9 or you're going to watch it?
We've watched the first episode of season 9.
Oh. Right.
Which is
wrong. Right. Left. Wrong. Right.
Wait,
it's that episode. The episode where George gets a job with a cane.
Oh, the mirror bit? That was really funny.
Mirror bit, right? Wrong. Right. Wrong.
How long into, like, did they decide to like cancel the show? Like, when was that decision made? Do you know?
They offered the cast $5 million each to do another season.
Really?
That show was never canceled. They didn't want to do that show anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of their residuals, they knew they never had to do that. They never had to work another day in their life if they didn't want to.
I think they didn't want to do the show anymore, and also they had already agreed to like half. I think was it like a half a season or something like that, and they had to like agree to the other half, and they went, "Nah, we're good."
So is this final season a shortened season?
I don't think it's a short.
So.
I think it's just short by like an episode or two, but not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember it being especially short, but
no.
I don't actually know.
I didn't even know. Yeah, sorry. Never mind. We'll talk
All
about
right, so we are going to be playing side quests. I'm going to set the tone for everybody so we kind of know what's going on right now in this world.
My baby works from 9 to 5.
All right, on today's side quest, it is Tom's birthday. That's right, it's Tom's unranked birthday, and Alex and Dan are there to celebrate. I, of course, couldn't make it. Your GM for today, Christian, couldn't make it, but I did send a gift, and all three of them are there when Tom is gonna unwrap it. I had explicit instructions written on the top. Don't open unless Alex, Tom, and Dan are in the same room. So you guys are getting together to go have a drink for Tom's birthday. Maybe you have some of that whiskey Alex sent, and
Good.
you're the gin. Oh, even better. You're gonna have some of that gin, and then you're gonna take it from there. So I've sent you guys some instructions. You're gonna get a little bit more information now as you go ahead and unwrap that gift. So Tom, The gift is in your hands. You're all in your apartment right now. Let's say it's, the evening. You've just had a pizza. You guys have some drinks. Drinks been flowing. Everybody's having a good time.
Drinks flowing.
So
Okay.
in this scenario, you are Alex, you are Dan, you're Tom, and you have the gift. Alex, I sent it to Alex because I knew he wouldn't open it, even though he does open every Key to the Kingdom folder. I knew he wouldn't, because he wouldn't be able to rewrap it the way I did. And there's a note on the top of it, so he just handed it to you, and there you are. So you're sitting at a table right now. There's a note on the gift in front of you, and you're all sitting at the table having a good time.
I would like to open the note.
Okay.
That's a D20.
So Tom goes and opens the note, and what he sees is a long handwritten message from me that states the following. I'm just going to summarize it for you because I go on and on about how, great it is to be your friend for so long, that you're turning 30. You know me, everybody, Mr. Generous over here. But then, then at the end of the message, I tell you that I came across a magic wishbone. I actually got 2 of them. I already used the first one with Matt and Emily, and it guarantees that whatever you wish for, it's going to come true for one evening. And that all 3 of you have to make your wishes at the same time. You have to speak them into existence and break it apart. And if you do, your wish will come true. And I tell you that I hope you guys have a great adventure. And don't worry about if anything goes wrong, because you're going to wake up in your own beds no matter what. So at the end of the story, even if you guys have a wild ride, it's all going to be good. I tell you about how I was in like a Tron world with Matt and Emily, and Matt was a character from One Piece, and Emily was taming a dinosaur, and all these things that sound kind of crazy and outlandish. You get all this information from the note, and then I don't know, are you reading this aloud? Do you want to relay it to your
I'll relay.
fellow hosts? Okay.
Relay. It seems like information I should share.
Yeah. So you should do that by telling them. Remember, when we do these, you're role playing. You are a character. You're all sitting in a room together. It's not just exposition.
Yeah. Tommy. Hey. Sorry. What's up?
We're gonna go on a little adventure in a Tron-like world.
Why Tron?
That's just what.
Should we be worried about that? I feel like usually it's hard to get out of Tron.
We're not worried because we're going to wake up in our beds the next morning.
Okay.
All in the same bed. We're all going to be in the same bed, waking up next to each other.
I don't know about that. That sounds awkward.
Yeah,
but
that doesn't sound
better than being stuck in a machine, I guess.
Way better. Way better. Yeah. So I opened the gift underneath.
Okay. And when No, you just need to open it. When you open
I'm opening it.
Inside is like one of those like plush felt black pillows, and sitting like resting perfectly on top. It's so soft that this thin wishbone, but something's weird about it. Again, it has 3 prongs, not 2, like a normal wishbone.
Are we sure this isn't the foot? It sounds like a foot.
It is.
Or some kind of like
it's a wishbone. It's like resting into it. Like you can even see like it makes an indentation on this pillow. That's how soft and light and plush this pillow is.
Okay, and we have to do the other part of the thing is that we have to pull on this wishbone and speak our wish into existence all at the same time.
Right, and you all have your wishes because they were all sent to you.
Oh. Okay, cool.
So you just sent me it, and I'm reading it now.
Well, we're about to pull on the wishbone, so we've all got a thing on the wishbone.
Okay.
And we all say it at the same time. Dan, you got a hold of this.
Yeah, everybody's got
a I'm holding it as well.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1, snap.
I
wish it was the Green Ranger.
Sonic screwdriver and iced coffee.
From Men in Black.
Wait, what was Dan's wish?
Yeah, what was Dan's?
Something about Men in Black.
I wish I was Agent J from Men in Black.
Shout out to Agent J.
Is Agent J Will Smith's character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So Dan gets out the black makeup.
Well, whoa.
No.
No, I never said I wish I was. I never said I
Whoa.
wish I just
Whoa.
looked like. I said I wish I was.
Whoa.
Whoa. Fuck. That threw me off completely.
There you go.
I didn't see that coming from Tom. Okay. The next thing you know, the room starts spinning behind you. It's like you're tucked into a vortex. Everything is growing in size and oscillating around you. There's lightning, there's lights, there's energy. You guys are just standing in the middle, like while everything swirls around you. And a very strange being with my face comes out.
Oh God, Zordon.
And I let you know that I'm the Wishmaster.
Oh, okay.
It is me, your friend Christian. But as the Wishmaster, I'm letting you know that I came along this wishbone in a box.
Ugh. Oh, okay.
I noticed it floating at the La Brea tar pits, and I pulled it out, and I used it with Matt and Emily. But the wishbone has a curse in that anyone who uses it then has to have someone else use the wishbone so that they can perform the duties as the Wishmaster and can be free of the wish's curse. So it's my job to now. It's a bit of a curse. It's a curse and a gift. So what I'm letting you all know, you're about to go on a journey. I will be curtailing it for you. And everyone looks down, and Alex is just in exactly what he was wearing, but in one hand he has a nice coffee, and in the other hand he has a sonic screwdriver. Dan is dressed up sort of like, and now this is how you should picture everything in your head. Pictured almost like Robot Chicken. So Dan is
like
in a sort of like
I'm a claymation,
or like no, or but not if not clay, but like actual action figure. So Dan, you look kind of like
I'm wearing a suit.
Agent J. Yeah, you're wearing the suit, and you've got the one big gun in your hand, and you also notice you have the little like cricket on your inside pocket. You could feel that.
Do I have the light that I can make people forget things?
Yeah, you definitely have one of those. That's probably in like your back pocket or something. You've got some, Men in Black kit. And Tom, you of course are right behind you, the Green Ranger.
I am.
So you're dressed up as the Green Ranger, but obviously you're not in the Green Ranger world or anything like that. So I heard your wish. Interesting choices, guys. Very cool. I got the lightsaber myself. I went for Luke Skywalker.
Very cool.
I see the Green Ranger makes sense to me. Not a surprise, Tom. Dan, Agent J, that one felt a little weird. that one caught me off guard. And Alex, well, yeah, this makes sense.
I mean, what was it going to be, Agent K?
Sense. Yeah, Agent K, I guess.
Wait, so he gets to be the Green Ranger. He gets to be Agent J, and I'm just me?
Well, you have the
no, you're also
Like
holding a sound
screwdriver.
screwdriver and a coffee.
Yeah, and you have the iced coffee.
Okay.
I mean, Dan just kind of has Agent J's stuff. He isn't Will
fairness,
Smith.
But
yeah, I'm
Agent
just
J
a guy in a
has
nice suit with some stuff.
Like just picture this. Tom, as much as Tom
Tom's
is the
wearing a
Green
green
Ranger, he's not that character. He has the suit and he has like the Green Ranger's like
So yeah,
abilities.
that's okay. So
like he can
that
fight like
answers
the Green
question.
Ranger.
Like he's not necessarily like pretending to be part of the main group, but also he's the bad guy for a
Correct.
bit. But eventually he'll become part of the good guys.
Yeah, he's just got his suit, his kit, and his abilities. Same with you. You can run really fast like Will Smith for a long distance.
Is that that's not like a superpower he has in there, is it?
No, just physically he was capable.
just in shape.
That was why Agent K brought him in, because he chased down that alien on foot. That like he was like no one should be able to, like, because like the whole thing was Will Smith as like a cop was like peak fitness, like he was like very like capable, like he was able to chase down that creature that no one else was able to chase down. That's why Agent K brought him in the first place.
Right.
So yeah, so you are very physical.
I don't remember Men in Black at all.
I definitely don't remember the first 20
Great
minutes of
movie.
Men in Black.
First Men in Black is awesome. Rewatch it. It's a
I have to
good
rewatch
movie.
the first 20 minutes.
So what's great about this is I am me here, so I can talk to you guys. But I'm not really here to help you. I'm here to put you on your journey, and I have to perform my tasks as the Wishmaster.
Okay.
And you guys have to accomplish them. And if you do, there will be free time for you to go out and live out whatever kind of other fantasies before you wake up in the morning, while you have these characters or abilities of what you have you. So let us begin.
Let's do it.
I snap my fingers,
Oh, God.
and 3 chairs rise beneath your bums, and you all take a seat. Red drapes fall around us. A throne chair rises beneath me. And on my on my right, a larger throne chair rises with tiny Greg Davies inside, sitting on that throne chair. Is that right? This is the Wish
Is there
Master.
carpeting in the room?
This is the Wish.
This is the Wish Master. And I have
amazing.
There's we're actually on because we all shrunk down. This is all taking place on a small theater that just sprung up on top of Tom's dining room table. So right now that's where this is all the action's happening.
Amazing.
Right now.
I feel like we've been on a table before.
You were when you were Thanksgiving food.
I remember rolling for a while.
And there is a cake somewhere on the table, partially eaten. So I have several tasks and wishes for you guys to perform. And if you guys do everything up to duty, yes, then you will be free. So your first task, of which everyone is going to have 1 minute to come up with.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. Using only your hands.
Okay.
Or anything that is currently like on your person. Make the best mask. Now you are all on the same team. So long as one of you succeed, your group will get points. If your group gets enough points, then you are free of the tasks that I have. So make the best mask. Like maybe you want to be wearing like a monocle. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you've got a periscope. Like you need to use your hands or the things around you to make your head and face the most interesting. You can turn around while you come up with what you're going to do. Your time starts now.
All right, soon as luck's in here, I'm going to do... That's not on your purse.
Well, you should turn around so that we can reveal it. Whatever you're going to do. Whatever you're going to do. Oh, this is very interesting. Alex seems to be using his... It looks like Alex has... using the things that he wears, like possibly like his hats or his glasses. No idea what Dan's doing. He turned around very early. 30 seconds remaining. I think he's got something cooking up there. And Tom, what's interesting is I can't see his face from the back of his head, but I can see his face 3 times over from the poster, which was Pin the Tom on the Tommy for the Green Ranger that he's wearing right now. So I'm very interested to see what happens here. 8 seconds remaining. And then just make sure you're facing the camera when I say it's time to reveal. 2, 1, and turn around. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with Tom first. Tom, tell me what is this?
No one knew who I was before.
What is this?
On the mask. It'll be very painful.
I don't know if Greg is going to approve, if he's going to give a point for that. If I could, I would. But, I am just the wish master. I'm not the task taker. Let's check in with Tuna over here.
Yeah.
What is your mask?
It's the mask of Hook Nose, the glasses guy.
This might be a free video on patreon.com/podcast.
Hook Nose but now it's supposed to be a mask, but instead you've made a face on a hand.
No, hold on. Let me put it. There you go.
Oh, okay. All right. I see it. We'll see what Greg thinks when the time comes. And Dan, now I'm just going to take a guess, but are you a spicy ninja?
I'm not a spicy ninja. No, I'm a spicy catcher. I'm wearing a catcher's mask.
That is a catcher's mask.
I couldn't tell if it was a gimp mask
and it's
or
not
if it
really
was
a catcher's mask. It's just 2 masks.
Is that 2? Oh, that is 2 masks. That's 2 COVID masks.
Oh my god!
So for audio listeners, I put my hand over my face like I was Bane.
Yes.
Tuna is resting his glasses on the knuckle of his middle finger, making his middle finger look like a nose, with a hat on backwards, a backwards cap. And then Dan has taken 2 COVID masks, put one on his mouth, one on his forehead, and then shoved 2 1-chip challenge boxes of either side.
Well, it's one chip challenge box
well,
each
both
side of it.
halves, both right. Gotcha. So that's what is going on visually.
This is incredible. So I'm gonna check in with Greg, see if you guys got any points. Again, once you satisfy, if you can get a total of 3 points, then you guys get to move on. So I'm gonna
struggle with it.
just confer over here with Greg.
Yeah, you confer.
What is he, a Muppet or something? What the hell's going on?
No, he's tiny Greg Davies. So I've got like an earpiece. I can hear him, but he's very, very small. So you can't actually. He's got his full size chair, but he's about the size of a pea. So I can hear him, but it's I'm gonna have to relay that information to you. So yeah, no, I think all right. Put it on his hand. It wasn't really a mask. It's some fucking bullshit. I think about that one.
I really
Oh
don't
my
have no spicy
God.
residue in these things.
Okay. And what about? All right. So I have the information. Here's where we stand. Alex, when he saw your mask, he was both surprised and disappointed. Surprised by what a good face you had made.
It was pretty.
What a good
face.
face. He said, "I almost wish I had. I wish I had asked for them to make the best face."
Yeah, but
and then I would have given him a point.
No, but it was clearly on my face.
Right. Well, Greg didn't think so. Is the problem? So he was like, "I'm putting them down to a -1 right now for this, but like we're gonna see because you're capable of getting a point or losing a point during a round. So right now the meter has moved from 0 to -1. Then he went over to Tom's, and Tom, your mask was okay until you threw the Bane voice in which brought you guys just up to about the positive. He didn't think that it was better than Alex's was disappointing, so it didn't get you guys into the net positive score. But when he saw Dan's spicy mask,
it was a spicy mask.
He felt like not only were the colors complementary, but it was a clever and unique idea. And so you guys, ding, 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 right up into that meter. You guys got your first point.
Loved it.
Congratulations. But again, if he had asked for best like hand mask or make the best face, Tuna would have stolen the show with that, especially with the big nose. Love the big nose. Like the big nose. That was good. So the next.
So I could take this off though, right?
You can take that off. Absolutely.
Right,
you can take that off.
I'm feeling great.
The next task I have for you guys. Now this one's a little, he said it's going to take a little bit of technical know-how to pull off. So all right. So this next task, I'm going to need everyone to hold up their phone. Okay. Just waiting for Daniel.
I have to hide my work ID.
Is that a 12? That's 12 per, right?
12, yeah.
Great. Alex, you're going to need to unplug during this, or you can keep it plugged in. It just might be harder. What we're going to need to see, and you get 3 chances at this without screwing up, the best game of hot potato. I need to see at least like a couple rally here. So, of course, since you can't actually throw your phone to Tom, you're going to have to pretend to toss your phone to Tom, which Tom will then have to have pretended to like have his own phone be yours, come into him. You guys are going to fake toss your phones back and forth to each other in the most interesting way. I need to see something that excites and amazes me, but you also can't, no screw ups. If we get a screw up, for instance, if someone goes to hand it off the wrong way, that's going to count against you. That's going to be a cancel. So I need to see the best hot potato round. So get creative with it.
It's gonna be
first round. Go.
I'm gonna put my case on. All right, go.
Ready?
Go. Yep. Go.
Oh.
Oh, hang on.
It's a hot potato. Don't forget.
All right, thank you. I got it. Tuna,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna toss it up to you.
Okay.
Tuna came in for the wrong side there. All right, Tuna, what you doing?
Drop it.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, hang on. You ready?
1, 2,
2,
3,
3.
go.
Hey, that was pretty good. All right. I don't really have like
toss it back up.
Toss it back up to you.
Yeah, toss it back
All
up to
right,
me.
you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, toss it back down.
I'm gonna toss it. No, I'm gonna toss it over to Dan.
Okay.
Is this the right way?
No, that's the wrong way.
You want me to go this way?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's the right way. Got it. All right, Tom, ready?
Yep.
Here you go. I'm just feed it through.
Okay. Oh, you're just gonna feed it. Okay.
You ready?
Yep. Oh,
All right. Well, there it is.
there it
Magic
is.
trick.
All right.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I've been listening the whole time. I've been trying not to talk over him.
So have
But-
the listeners of this podcast.
Yeah, this is the whole episode's gonna
is
be.
tough.
We're gonna
This
make the
has to
episode
be-
free. Yeah,
This
it
has to be free.
We've always made the year episodes free anyway. So
There we go.
It
So there you
wants
go.
to be free.
Great. He particularly thought that he would enjoy this sort of like early quarantine style Zoom gag even more now 2 years later, and he was right. So
It's good. It is good.
that you guys are at your second point, and now you guys get your next point on this next one, and you've completed all of the tasks. There's still more things that you can go out and do, but your tasks are complete. So what I need to hear from you guys is, anybody remember the great 1990s live theater production known as Stomp?
I'm
Was
aware
that
of
really
it only
that-
because of Michael
Was
Scott.
it
I
really
think.
from the 90s?
Oh yeah, baby.
It started. in the 90s.
Really? Wow. There we go.
So now Greg and I, we're going to be
Mm.
taking out our
Oops.
headphones, put in your ear protectors, and pop those bad boys in. Take the ears off, right? As they say. We're not going to be able to hear you. You are going to have 1 minute. We need you to best stomp, so you can beatbox, you can hit things, you can break things, you can make noise however you want with objects in your room and on your person. Find ways to do it. Recreate the Unranked Podcast theme song in the most
Okay.
badass way. You have a minute and a half.
What's the unranked theme song? Yeah.
I had the same
I
thought.
will play
honestly.
it. I will play it.
In my head, I had some other theme song, and I was like, "That's not the right one."
I will play it on loop so that you can hear it. I'm going to let you play it 3 times. So you're going to have 3 chances. It's going to just repeat 3 times. Okay.
Okay.
And that's going to be your timer. My ears are out. Good luck, boys.
My ears are out.
I lied. That's the tiny intro.
That's a very tiny intro. Because you know what happens? That first noise happens, and Futurama theme song starts in my head, and it's not the right theme song.
Futurama. Oh. Bum, 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 bum.
Boo, 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 boo.
I have so many things titled intro.
I was going to say, we've had a few. This is not any intro.
This is not it either.
That was the Zeitgeist intro. What I did with Dan.
Oh, really?
with John. Jesus Christ, my brain. You might have to do the long intro just because February 4th. This should be right. There it is. Okay. February 4th, 2016. That's when I got this file downloaded for for the first show, for this first series. Here it is. You're gonna get it 3 times. Your time starts now.
Dude, stop. What's he doing?
Well,
You were doing a hand
Remember,
dance.
it's all of you are going to do the song
Stop.
together at once.
Yes.
So you can all
Oh.
work together.
Oh,
Do it.
okay.
I can do the backbeat. I got some drumming materials here.
I don't know how we're gonna do the.
I feel like Tuna wants to do the big high pitched part with his stomach.
Yeah, you don't want to do the high pitch part.
I'll get like the backbeat.
Okay.
I don't. How am I gonna remember it 3 times?
I'll
only
do
have to
the
do it
bass.
once.
I'll do the bass. Okay.
All
try-
Are
right.
you gonna play? Are you
I
gonna
gotta
play
tell
the
you,
song like low?
Greg and I are very excited too.
You're gonna play the song low, right?
I'm going to play the song low. Yes.
Because there's no way I'm gonna remember anything. That
Yeah. I'm just going to get the right volume first.
I gotta make sure
Yeah,
I
that's
put it
fine.
near the mic.
Great. All right. I can't tell you how excited we are for this. We kept seeing like shadows moving around. You know, we put the
Tuna was
screen
just
down.
doing this for a time. We were just doing like.
I
I was like, you need to make some sounds, right?
this is going to be one people don't want to miss.
Oh, you're gonna have to go watch this.
I'm
one.
very excited. So here it is. Wow us for your freedom. The unranked intro in 3, 2, 1. I will. So Greg has asked me to just interject. I
What?
actually can't hear anyone but Alex. I think it could just be on our end, but our mics aren't quite picking up Tom or
All right.
Dan very much. so you
I'll
might
turn
just
up my
have to-
sensitivity.
I gotta bring the mic lower towards the instrument.
You might just need to
The
throw in a little
instrument.
extra
What
sound.
instrument?
I just
The
want to.
hairbrush.
The hairbrush.
We thought the two of you
Deodorant.
looked very animated. It could just be a sound error on our sides. We got everybody working on it, but so we're gonna give it another go, shall we? Let's crack on in 3, 2. I really don't know what to do with this. Greg hasn't said a word, but I think the reason he's so stunned is
God.
How
first,
faithful it was.
Let me
How
just
faithful.
say, let me just say, again, these are Greg's words. These aren't mine.
Yeah.
Impressed by Alex's performance.
Yeah.
Impressed by Alex's performance. However, as someone who does enjoy a little stomp from time to time, noticeable lack of engagement. We felt like everyone was just doing one simple thing, and there could be mechanically more going on.
What do you want from us? We're not
We are not garage
A little bit
dancers.
more, a little more boisterous, a little more energetic. However, we will give you another opportunity to gain that point, especially because, and this is the thing we thought was most interesting. We feel like you all wearing these very creative outfits at the moment. You have these interesting tools. No one appears to be doing anything with them. Why sipping on the iced coffee, making some noise, rattle the ice. You have all
Actually,
these.
hold on. Chris, look into my
Oh, I
screen
could
for a
have done
second.
this. I could have done one of these.
Yes.
We had a great performance. It was amazing. You guys loved it.
Oh, he just Agent J flashy thing.
Let's go ahead and have you roll for that, Dan.
He just flashy thing you.
I, the character of me, not the GM of me, is right now kind of transfixed on that light, like blinking. So heard what Dan said, hasn't responded yet. So let's see if that worked. You're just gonna roll against me. So if you can just hold, we're gonna both roll a d6 at the same time. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
6.
Oh, and I got a 4. All right. Wow, that was. Greg and I are speechless. That was amazing.
It was.
That was fantastic. Well, we thought in particular it was really smart of you to each focus on one thing you can do instead of trying to do a lot of different things at once and being too overly zealous.
It was exactly
a great job.
Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss.
So you have completed your tasks. However, Greg really never planned on you doing that. So we do have a surprise live task for you. And as I said this, myself, you see me, the wings pop off of me, and a spear lands in each one of you of the 3-pronged wishbone that broke off of my wings.
This sounds like Neon
I turn back into myself.
Evangelion. What is going on
I turn back
here?
into myself,
the
and you see me.
Spear of Longinus. What the fuck is happening right now?
You see me sent out of the world, which lets you know that I'm no longer now trapped within the 3-pronged wishbone.
This is literally the end of Neon. This is literally the end of Evangelion.
I'm now free. And Greg Davies starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yep.
And he turns into this sort of bear version of himself. He's got a laser beam on his head.
Freaking laser beam?
Yeah, and he's also got he's got a pair of shades covering his eyes too. So he looks pretty fucking cool. It's like Greg Davies mixed with a bear with a laser, and he's wearing shades.
Shark would be cool.
He is towering over you. He's cast a large shadow, and you guys realize you're gonna have to fight this thing to the death.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right.
Can do.
Well, I mean, it's great that I'm the fucking Green Ranger because I call upon the power of the Dragon Sword.
All right, can you roll for that, please?
Absolutely, I can.
Wait, does he have to roll to call upon the power or to receive the power?
I'm mostly gonna pull just effectiveness rolls. You tell me what you want to do, and then I'm gonna have you roll for it, and we'll see. Now,
what dice do I need? A 6?
You're gonna roll a d6.
Okay.
I, however, am rolling a d8.
Okay.
Because you're kind of pulling out an OP move for the beginning of
but this is what happens at the end of every episode of Power Rangers. The moment the guy turns big, they're
I'm
like,
just saying you've never even used a single one of your ninja skills or your weapons in hand-to-hand combat thus far. So I just feel like
someone's never watched Power Rangers.
I'm putting the odds against you here. So
that's putting a limitation on this.
Let's go.
Anytime you fail, though, if you reattempt it, it will get easier. So the next time it'll be a D6, and then if you have to do it a third time, it'll be D4 and rolling. So the odds will eventually be in your favor as you fail. So it's going to scale. All right, what'd you get?
A 6.
Oh, a 5.
Yes,
you're calling upon it.
Oh my god.
You might need to lower your gain.
I did.
Okay, great.
That was just me screaming into it.
All right, so what did you call upon?
The power of the Dragon Sword. I called in the Dragon Sword.
Okay, you've got now. Do you usually need a whole team for that?
Nope, just Green Ranger.
Just Green Ranger. Okay, so Tom's got the Dragon Sword. Alex, Dan, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna pull out my gun. My giant gun.
Oh, you're not taking the cricket?
Not
what happened to the cricket? You're not doing the cricket?
Not this time.
All right, so you've got the big gun. What do you take an aim on?
Is that the tiny gun? The cricket.
The way this combat it's gonna work. You guys might want to coordinate a little because I'm gonna have all 3 of you place what your moves are gonna be in advance, so you can coordinate them if you'd like. You can make it a like I'm gonna do this, then Alex will do that kind of thing. And if you succeed against me, then they're all going to happen. So
I would like to coordinate. My sonic screwdriver is going to amplify Dan's gun shots.
Okay, and Dan, you're just pulling out. You're pulling out the gun to do what?
the gun I'm gonna shoot the giant whatever it is.
The giant bear. The giant Greg Bear V's.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna shoot it. The giant thing.
Grizzly Davies. Okay, so you're gonna
There
shoot
you go.
where you're gonna shoot at Grizzly Davies.
Gonna go for the shoulder area.
Okay,
Take
left
out
or right?
the right shoulder.
The right shoulder. You're going for the right shoulder.
Thanos looks up. You should have aimed for the head.
Tom, I am for this round. You can't make an attack, but you're
Totally fine.
you're
The
getting
Dragon
situated
Zord,
in the Dragon
Zord
Sword.
is
Yeah.
coming out of the water. It takes a while for him to get.
It's
going.
kind of like
It has
it's
to
like
travel.
it's like solar beam. Like it has to like you play the attack on this turn, then it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
get
So I do need first, Alex. You're gonna charge up his gun. Can you go ahead and roll your d6 for that?
Sure, Chris.
I'm just rolling it a d4 for this.
Okay. I got a 4.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
tie
it's not
goes to
going to be a
nobody.
failure. It's not going to be a failure. It's
Failure.
also just not a critical success. Let's say you make it 50% more powerful. So
Okay.
it boosts it, but you didn't
All
double
right.
it up or anything.
All right. All right. All right.
Now, Dan,
Yes.
let's see if you're going to pull the shot off. Can you also
Oh,
roll
hell
a
yeah, of course.
d6?
Come on. What am I rolling? D6?
Yes.
I got a 6 again.
Okay, great.
You can see
Great.
my past record of D8 because I had to reset it with a D8.
Perfect.
Doo-doo-doo.
So Dan's going to pull the shot off. So
Wow.
everyone's round is gone. Tom's called in the Dragon Zord. Sorry, not the Megazord, the Dragon Zord. He's coming out of the water. He's rolling up to Tom. Meanwhile, Alex is behind Dan. You're using your sonic screwdriver. And Dan, when you're ready, you're going to take that shot.
Do I have to roll again, take a shot?
No, you just have to play out.
All
the
right.
action of-
Do the sound
So
effect.
here we go.
Okay. Bam. Blast the bear right in that right shoulder. Knocks his sunshades off. So now he's really mad. He does
Now
like
he's
a
not even
loud
cool anymore.
scream. You've also burned away like a big section of the fur. It looks a little bit like Kylo Ren when he gets hit by the lightsaber in his face, and it's just like charred kind of black over there. And there's like little bits that are like almost like glowy red at the moment from just like how hot it was. Bear's pissed.
I think I'm
Bear.
gonna use the other gun.
The bear is going to go ahead and use seismic shock on you. And it takes its right leg and it lifts it and it slams it down on the ground and it sends a giant shockwave over towards you guys. So now, Tom, your role is going to be to protect the Dragon Zord from getting like knocked over, which will delay it. It can get back up, but it would delay it for another turn. So you need to roll for that. Alex and Dan, you're both just rolling for like, how would you like to deal with this situation? I mean, actually, all three of you need to roll for your physical body. So, like,
Right.
so you have a big shock wave headed towards you, almost like, have you ever seen when someone takes one end of the rug and they lift it and like slam it down and that roll of rug? That's what's
I'm gonna
happening
try
right now.
Can I jump over the shockwave? Is it just on the ground?
It's a lot taller than you. It doesn't mean you can't, but whatever you want to try, the harder thing you try, the safer you might be, but the more risky your roll is going to be to perform it. It's a
I'm gonna
risk reward system I'm using.
I'm gonna take the cricket and I'm gonna fire it straight at the ground to propel myself upwards over the sonic blast.
Okay.
I'm going to. Oh, okay. I was going to freeze the sonic blast with my iced coffee.
Wait, Alex, you're not your old D&D character. You're not a wizard.
What are you talking about?
You have
Okay.
a screwdriver and
This
a coffee.
The screw. No, okay, fine. I'm going to take the screwdriver. I'm going to point it at the iced coffee, creating an iced coffee storm, freezing the wave.
Okay. And Tom, how do you want to deal with it? You're going to have to roll to protect the Dragon Zord, but what are you doing physically as the Green Ranger?
Well, I'm in the cockpit of this bad boy.
Oh, right. You got transported in.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's start with Tom. Tom, can you go ahead and just roll your D6?
Yep. Yo, no lie, 6 again.
All right. I got a 3, so no problem. That wave, when it gets to the back of the Megazord, you're just going to take
The Dragon Zord's pretty stocky, so it takes a lot to
knock him back. Yeah. Dan, you want to go ahead and roll?
D6.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I got a 6 again.
He literally did.
Yeah,
We
no,
just watched him do it.
Yeah, I saw.
Live.
Great. I got a 3.
What am I doing?
So Dan, do you want to describe what happens as it gets to you? You're gonna be next.
So
I'm
I
sorry.
realize this blast is super, super big. So I take out my little cricket and I point it straight at the ground underneath me. And I close my eyes and I go, here we go. And I just fire it and I just propel myself way up into the air. I'm like not even just over the sonic blast, but I'm
Very high.
a little higher than I thought I was
Yeah.
going to be over it.
All right. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you come down, you land on your ass, it kind of hurts, but not that bad. And only like canonically, we've seen this happen to Agent J. So like we just canonically know that you're able to withstand that. So that is good in your favor. Now, Alex, I need you to roll a D6 as well. I'm rolling a D8. This is a little bit outside the realm of what the sonic screwdriver is typically used for, just because it doesn't always want to be
All right. Yeah.
However, it is possible, I suppose.
I got a 3.
All right, well, you fucking did it because I got a 1. So you guys are having the best time right now because all my rolls are absolute garbage.
Wow.
You just fucking go ahead, describe whatever insane thing you're doing.
Okay, so the iced coffee, the 32-ounce iced coffee becomes a 3,200 ounce coffee, and I'm just gonna say this: the Green Ranger Zord thing is able to push it over, and the wave stops. We're safe. Everything else those other 2 idiots did was pointless. Tuna saved the day.
I'm gonna let you have that just based on you had so many consecutive rolls. That's a good way for this to happen. So the bear is still very mad. He's stomping around. You guys have your chance to make an attack. Tom is there with the green Zord, so he's able to plan an attack out. What do you guys want to do? You might want to communicate amongst yourselves.
So I want to tell you guys what this thing can do. Okay, it's got 2 weapons. I have a drill tail. Okay. And I have rocket fingertips.
Well,
I mean,
we don't want to use those. I mean, that seems unfair. That would be over.
I was see. That's funny because I was going to say just 100% power.
Are you able to hug the bear and use the rocket fingertips at the same time, essentially firing rockets from inches away?
I mean, I can get up close to him and like stick the tips of my fingers on him and then go.
Yeah, I think that'd be the good plan there.
All right, there we go.
Now, what are you guys gonna do while he's
at the same time? I'll fire my cricket into his ass, so he's getting pushed from both directions.
Yeah, I'm coming in from the front, and then he's got his. He's coming.
I got my gun in the back.
And what is Alex doing?
I feel like I've used a lot of sonic screwdriver power.
Well,
I feel like
you're
just
coffee,
taking,
which let's be honest.
Yeah, are you maybe just taking a sip of iced coffee at this point?
Yeah, I think I'm just
gone.
gonna relax on this one. I think I'm gonna take a break.
All right, you're gonna take a break.
It's automatically refilled to a 32 ouncer every time he uses the power.
I love the fact that Tuna was like, it's now a 3,200 ounce coffee. And I'm like, that's not that.
That's
like,
not
if
enough.
you think about like
That's not enough.
technically, that's not even close to what you
32
would
million
need.
ounce coffee. There we go.
Anyway, so yeah.
All right, so
with the power of 100 iced coffee.
This iced coffee needs to be at least 3 times bigger.
Yeah, but you've seen Futurama. You only have to drink 100 cups of coffee, and then you get the power of the flash.
Exactly.
So Alex just laid down on the ground, opened his mouth, and just drank 100 cups of coffee. All right, so Alex is sitting it out. He's watching. He's like, I'm gonna let these boys have it. All right, so I need both of you to roll. Here's what we're gonna do. I need both of you to roll a D6. I'm gonna be rolling a D12. So if you want to go ahead, Alex and Tom.
Oh shit.
Wait, what? I thought I was saying this
No,
up.
me.
5.
I got a 5 as
Dan
well.
and Tom. 5 and a 5. Good luck, boys, because I got a 9. All
So
right.
we got a 10. There we go. We win.
So, This isn't gonna knock him out, but this will gravely hurt the grizzly. If you want to describe what you guys are doing, like so. Okay, go for it. Do it.
I'm charging up Dragon Zord. Okay. And then, okay, so the tips, like the literal tips of my fingers look like rockets. Okay, so they're pointed at the very end.
Yeah.
So I stick them in, like I just jab them right in the fucking like rib area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then from the cockpit, I'm like, Dan, you in position?
And I've moved around and I'm looking straight up at his giant grizzly butthole.
Right.
And I'm ready to fire my cricket right at that.
Gotcha.
So I'm ready. I go.
Okay, he's
I'm
ready. And I'm like, Dragon Zord, rocket fingers, or whatever he says. And the rockets
And I
blast
fire mine and I go. I go poop shoot cricket. And it goes.
What happened here is, Dan, you're gonna. We're not assigning a point valuation, but you're hurt by this even more because you just kind of landed from the cricket, and now you're doing it close range. And instead of you being able to go in the air from all the, you're slamming back into the ground. So this definitely puts you on your ass, kind of hurts you a little. You're kind of phased from this. You're also a little disgusted because you got some like charred bear shit on you from the back blast. Tom,
the back blast.
Yeah, the back blast. That's Tom. The Dragon Zord took some considerable damage from this because of the close range.
It would. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to consider self-ejecting here because the emergency lights are kind of screaming.
Sure.
However, the bear, because you went like right in here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
Severed the arms.
The arms are gone.
Severed. So yeah, not only like did you take you got a front blast, then got the back blast. You took considerable damage though. In the Dragon Sword, you've also just got like blood, like it's just rushing into the Dragon Sword, so it's gumming up the works.
Filling up.
It's gumming up the works. So
this was a great episode of Power Rangers, Larry. It's one of my favorites.
Hold on, can I go over to Tom and use my flashy light thingy to make him
you're
think now?
You're knocked,
White Ranger.
You're knocked on your ass right now from the back blast.
This is what I want to do. All right, tell me if I can do this. So I'm going to.
Alex is by the way just watching mouth.
Just having a sip. Having a sip of his 3,200 ounce iced coffee. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to do. I don't know. Can the bear make a move? Is it the bear's turn at this point?
The bear is screaming. It stumbled backwards.
Okay.
And it's kind of like locked eyes with the Dragon Sword after looking at all of you, and it's kind of put its head down like it might like charge at you.
Okay, so it's but
it's too far for you to just swipe at it or anything.
So is it looking down?
It's like kind of put its head down, but it's still looking at eyes locked with the Dragon Sword.
Okay.
Almost like a football player in a huddle. Like it's gotten down low, but it's, because it doesn't have arms anymore. It's got to use its body in a different way.
Okay. All right. Because I want to do this thing. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna eject, right? But I like imagine it's an actual ejector seat. So I'm shooting out the top of the Dragon Zord.
Yeah.
I'm shooting to the sky. Got Dragon Dagger in one hand. Okay. I want to shoot up. Got the Dragon Dagger. Put it in both. Okay. And then as I come down, fucking land, stab this thing in its head.
That's your like sword.
Yeah, it's a dagger.
The Green Rangers. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
Like this big.
Okay, so Tom's gonna go for it's gonna rush at the Dragon Sword. He's gonna go for a kill shot. Dan, your face. So you could get up. You could try and do something if you'd like, but you can't necessarily like get up to the bear to physically help Tom. You can gather yourself to like put yourself, but you have ranged weapons. Alex, you're still standing there. What would you guys like to do while Tom is gonna attempt this?
Alex, what do you want to do?
So anyway, you can help him or whatever you want.
Wish him good luck and get a beer.
Oh, that sounds like a good choice. We can do that.
Wait, actually, so when Tom goes to eject, though, the door on the top of the Dragon Zord won't open. Now, if there's a way someone can open the door. That seems like a problem
for two people who aren't just not there getting a beer.
Right.
I'm kidding. That's not going to happen.
I mean, if you need some sonic screwdriver help, I got some juice.
I mean, I could use.
Well, Tom, you're gonna have to roll to be able to pull this action off. So can you roll it? Can you roll a d6?
Yes.
We're just going head to head.
I got a 3.
I get a 1. This is I've never had this. It's unbelievable. All right, so yeah, so you've ejected out. You haven't pulled off the kill shot or anything. But you've ejected out properly.
Look, I'm thinking about the scale of the spare, me, the dragon dagger. Like, I want to dig in with this sword. I think if I could get some kind of sonic screwdriver, little boost here, that'd help.
Yeah.
Sooner, if you want to boost my attack,
go for it.
I mean, you got to roll.
Well, Chris has to tell me to roll. You don't tell me to roll.
Okay, sorry.
So Alex, describe what you're going to do for him.
I'm going to turn the sonic screwdriver on, and I'm going to give him a little oomph. You muted all of a sudden.
No.
Roll for it. D6.
D6. I swear to God, I got a 6. You got a 1.
It doesn't even matter.
Very weird. Anyway, so the sonic screwdriver again. That's my sonic screwdriver's noise. So it's on, Tom.
I love it. And yeah, I'm coming in. I'm like going for the middle of this thing's skull.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You pulled it off. The bear explodes.
Holy shit.
And a strange pterodactyl,
What?
which has a double wing, which looks similar to the creature that I looked like, which had my head previously. This is where, probably once existed. Maybe its fossil was found at the La Brea tar pits.
Yeah.
Emerges.
What? You in those tar pits.
And it says, for your wishbone journey to end, only one must go on. And you see on the ground, equidistant from all of you,
equidistant,
are the 3 shards of the wishbone.
Narsil.
You see them there, like a slot, an indentation for each one. And you remember that each one of you has one in your body. And you then feel something emerging from all of your chests, and it's that wishbone just starting to pull out of your body. It's returning. You can kind of feel it, probably like Wolverine feels when the claws come out of his body. So you're in a little bit of discomfort, one might say. And you each grab a hold of that, and you realize only 2 of you are allowed to return automatically. The third person must become the new Wishmaster. And you got to return your bone to the box. Or you're going to be trapped until you send it to someone else, and then they become the new Wishmaster. So good luck. What's everyone doing?
I turn quickly and I shine my little flashy guy at them.
Ooh.
And I got one of these. And I go, there was never any such thing as a wishbone. I don't know what that's about.
Well, you're gonna have to roll to do something like that.
All right, let's roll. Let's do it.
All right.
What am I rolling?
A D6. Oh, you got a 6? I got a 4.
Yeah, of course I got a 6.
Okay. I don't know what
this app is just using. 6s. That's all I get. 6s and 5s.
You might not even be pressing D6. You might just be pressing the number 6.
No, I'm doing it on the screen.
So
see, it says next to it, but I don't know if you can actually.
All right, so you're gonna flash that at them. You're gonna do that, but again, everyone's action is gonna take place at the same time. So we're gonna see what they're gonna do. So what are you guys gonna do on your turn?
I guess I'll just, without the memory aspect, I'll just shine my sonic screwdriver light at Tom to try to blind him, to prevent him from running. Well, actually,
I think I'm just going to take the L on this to wrap this up.
I was going to do that, Tom, but then I thought, you know what? The sonic screwdriver is kind of cool.
No, it's poetic because it's my birthday. Why not be trapped as the Wishmaster?
Okay, so you guys just gotta have to go return your wishes.
I'm gonna fall into the dragon dagger, as one would say.
Who would say that?
I'm saying it.
All right, so Tom, you're gonna kill yourself so that they can return their wishbones.
Is that what's happening?
You tell me.
So you just said it.
You guys have to actually do whatever you're gonna do. Remember that is.
I mean,
Listen,
okay.
for
So I
anyone
know,
that's like,
them.
for anyone that's like, why don't they do side quests anymore? I'm not cutting any of these parts out this time for where I have to like remind you to perform your actions. This is why we don't do side quests.
And I go, you guys know nothing about a wishbone. You guys have been hanging out here. There's no way to get
right. So now I'm screwed.
And I go towards
now,
wishbone.
even though Tom is going to wait, no, Tom won't kill himself because he doesn't know to kill himself.
So wait, Dan, you put your wishbone back?
Yeah, my wishbone's back.
All right, so Dan pops out of this reality. He's back in his self. So now you two idiots don't know anything, apparently.
Right, so now we don't know anything.
And you see there's the wishbone box, and I'm floating above you, and I tell you, whoever doesn't return their wishbone box becomes the wish master.
All right,
I'm not doing that.
But I'm going to be a dick anyway, and I'm going to shine my sonic screwdriver light in his face.
Okay, you're gonna say, all right. Can you roll me for it?
Oh, but
what?
But Chris throwing a sonic screwdriver, a sonic spanner in the works here. All right, I was gonna lay down my whole shebang. Right, I was gonna take the L, but Tuna decided to be a dick. All right, so he's gonna pay for his insolence. All right, as he points his sonic screwdriver at my face, dragon dagger, slice off the hand. Okay, and I'm gonna fucking return my shit. And you're going to be trapped in hell forever.
Yeah, let's roll for it.
I'm rolling.
I'm rolling right now.
I got a 3.
I'm going to roll again because I don't.
Well,
I got a 6, so I just feel like it's.
Well, if you got a 6, you got a 6.
And now I got a 1 this time.
Which averages out to a 3. So Alex blinds Tom while Tom destroys the sonic screwdriver. So now Tom can't see, and Alex's sonic screwdriver is broken, and you're still both in this world. What do you do now?
All right, I'm blinded. Okay, all right, I'm blinded. I'm violently swinging the dragon deck in front of me. Okay,
I just push him over, and because he doesn't know what the hell's going on, and I can still see, and I still have one arm, and I grab the fucking wishbone, and I'm out.
All right, well, we're rolling for this.
Yeah, roll against each other.
Because it's the next move.
Because Tom tried to kill you.
4.
3.
Oh. And as Alex said, he's out. And Tom, I don't know who you're going to gift the wish to. We actually connect. We connect on the path, Tom, which ties together all the wish makers. And you're talking to me from the future. Past me already knew that you were going to be here.
Okay.
And Tom, you now have the bone of this creature inside you. You need to put this bone in someone else. You got to bone someone else so that now that you've been boned. And all boys were boned today. And Tom, I don't know who you're going to send it to. If you have any ideas, Nat, Emily, and I got stuck with the bone. Those two got out. Now it's your turn. Hopefully you have some people that you can gift something to in the future. I'm glad everybody will eventually make it out safe. Great task theme song, by the way. Really enjoyed it. So those are my parting words to Tom in the path. And you guys wake up, as does Tom, unaware that how much time he's going to spend in this realm.
This is hell.
This is. Oh, what a good time. All right, boys. That is the show. Happy 6 years. Happy 30th birthday.
6 years, baby.
6 years.
The actual like birthday of like what the real show launches is the 17th, which is the day you're listening to this. I figure let's put it out a day early.
Oh. Surprise.
Free to everyone. Watch on YouTube. Put it out a day early. So the most of our deets, they're all in the show notes. If everyone wants to say goodbye, and thanks for listening for 6 years. I'm gonna say bye.
Bye.
Bye, and thanks for listening for 6 years. Everyone say bye.
Stay in rank.
It's 6 years.
All right, suck it.